What up to my peoples and welcome to Retro Crunch. And to start off this week's retro pop culture news. Out of the blue this week, I found out that there's a live action movie called Lyle Crocodile that's coming out. Some of you might remember Lyle Crocodile. If you do, you're probably in a small club. I barely remember the book from when I was a child, but I had no idea that they were making a movie. If you grew up in the 80s, you might recall that there was a HBO animated musical of the same name. I do remember it, but I don't think I ever watched it all the way through. Since there is a Lyle Crocodile movie that is coming out soon, if you want to get prepared for that, you can actually watch the animated movie over on HBO Max right now if you happen to have the streaming service. Or you can go find the book series. Also, Lyle Crocodile is actually based on the second book of a 1962 book series that's titled The House on East 88th Street, which is about a family named the Prims who move into an old Victorian brownstone where they find a performing crocodile who's named Lyle, and he's living in the bathtub. At first they're all horrified, but then they learn to love him and accept him into the family. And I think that's what the movie's about. Now, after watching the trailer for the movie, this movie is actually really more about the first book, not the one titled Lyle Crocodile. But I can understand why Sony Pictures would want to go with this more catchy title for the movie. This movie is coming out on October 7th. If you're looking forward to it, I'll link to the trailer down below so you can check it out. And if you just happen to be a fan or a super fan of Lyle Crocodile, tell me how you know about the 60s books or even the 1987 movie. I'm actually curious. Then next up, Elvis is in theaters right now. It's really doing well, which is really something that I'm really glad to see, that they're bringing Elvis back and we're seeing all this fandom. He was really popular in my household growing up, and my mom used to tell me stories about when she would be watching him on black and white TV when she was a teenager, and she definitely got my sister really to fall in love with Elvis. And then next up, real quick, The Thing. This was released back in theaters last week for its 40th anniversary. On top of it doing really well right now, it actually cracked the top 10 grossing movies for the weekend. It's at number 9. Not bad for a movie that's over 40 years old. Also this weekend, I got a chance to watch Beavers and Butthead Do the Universe. Not a bad movie. It's one that'll probably answer a lot of cool questions that you might have had about Beavis and Butthead over the years. And someone does actually score, but I'm not going to say who. But was it better than Do America? For me, not really, but it was worth the watch. And if you like Beavis and Butthead and all that dumb humor that they do, I think it's definitely something you'll enjoy. And that, my peoples, is your news for the week. If you're into retro news and nostalgia stuff from back in the day, I'll see you in the next video. I'll catch you on the flip side. And remember, if it ain't retro, it ain't worth watching.